At it again. We got another episode. I know last week I kind of told you that we would have an individual that we had to pick up in another state. So most of y'all probably think it was the Phoenix. It's not the Phoenix. It's not at all. This actually happened a little bit last year, towards the end of the year. I think really in October, if I'm not mistaken. Had to take a little trip out to Connecticut. I think it was Hartford, Connecticut. To really get into it right here, Connecticut bond. Her name was Lindsay Watson. Lindsay Watson. Believe it or not, we actually have her here with us today. So she decided to reach out to her and said, "Hey, would you like to come on here and give your side of the story?" And she said, "Awesome, she would do it." And we actually have her today. She's changed her life around. It's a bittersweet thing. It's beautiful, to be honest. So we're gonna get right into the video right here.
Come on. Time's up, honey. You gonna run on us? You ain't gonna. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Get out. Come on. Get out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm surprised too, honey. You were gonna go all the way to Connecticut from North Carolina and run us on a $10,000 bond. Come on. Come on.
Okay.
You know, nobody's hurting her. You need to calm down. Calm down. We're gonna put these on front.
Addison,
We're gonna put these on front.
Addison, come here.
Tell him to calm the hell down.
Addison, good. I'm good.
He's acting worse than you.
I'm good.
He's acting worse than you. You're gonna be all right. The handcuffs are on the front, honey. Listen, $10,000. We was getting ready to lose $10,000, and I was gonna take your mom to court.
I'm sorry.
You don't run on us.
Yes, sir.
A lot going on.
Can I please smoke a cigarette?
You can. Yep.
It's a war for her friends, bro. I had to come up here and get her. Are you fucking me? No, I'm not kidding you.
Can you say goodbye to me, man?
Yeah, say goodbye.
Yeah. Calm down. Yeah, calm down. Hey, and you ain't got nothing on you, right?
No, I'm not gonna hurt her, bro. I'm not gonna
You
hurt
hurt her. We ain't worried about her.
I'm not gonna hurt her.
Follow her down.
I think he was more emotional wrecked than you were.
Yeah,
I will get you a cigarette.
Let
All right.
me smoke.
Just please, man.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, it's not. No.
It's okay.
I tried reaching out to you
I
guys.
can't. I don't have my phone, man.
Yeah.
I'm poor as fuck, dude. I'm trying, baby. I'm
You
trying.
still gotta handle your own, man. You getting ready to leave us high and dry at $10,000?
Yeah,
we
you
know
know it was $12,500.
we knew the whole intentions. Come on, man.
I'm finding her later, man. That's all I'm trying to do.
I'm just trying to get her lighter.
Pass, brother.
I'm out. Baby, no.
Hold on.
Come on, man. I can't leave like that.
Listen, Jackson, she's
I
going
mean,
to
you
be
could
okay.
tell he was emotional wreck, and he definitely didn't want you to go nowhere.
Yeah.
I will say that.
She's not going to be going back to her family. Okay?
How do I get her out? How much money do I need to get her out?
She ain't going to be able to get out, brother, until she. Okay?
Gotta make you want to run. That's why I'm like,
I know, I
don't tell him
tried.
that
I tried
until we
everything I could
get
pay you. I
there.
tried.
It ain't about paying, man. You just gotta show up to
Y'all
court,
came
brother.
up here like a week before her court date.
Because she was just we
I'll
were,
relapse.
bro. I tried to get her the fuck out of here. I mean, she was gonna die. But
Well,
I'm paying off.
she's not going to be back on the drugs, okay? She's going to be fine. Listen,
Please, man,
listen, bro,
I can't see her die.
Listen, you're going to have to take care of yourself while she's in jail. Okay?
God damn, what the fuck, man?
Max.
No, man.
So let me ask you this: what's your charges?
Please, man.
couple drug
I just wanted to
charges.
get her out of the way.
Possession,
Her family
something
was
like
really
that?
mad at her too,
A
bro.
lot,
When she-
couple grams.
When she serves
I know,
her
it was
time-
literally a crumb.
When she serves
I
her
mean,
time,
it's-
she can come right back
That's
up
not
here
going.
with you.
I mean, the
okay?
worst case scenario, they might put you on
I
probation.
can't lose $12,000.
You know what I mean? Is this your first charge?
I can't lose
I'm
$12,000.
been charged
telling you, I'm
before.
not telling you to.
Actually,
Bro, I just wanted to get her
when I
sober,
wrecked my
bro. I just
car,
wanted to get
they
her sober.
searched
I know, but this is
and
the best
found the
way
little
to get
crumb.
her sober.
And
I'm telling
then
you.
I
This is the
was in
best way,
Walmart
right, brother?
and
Nah, bro.
we-
had a warrant.
When you gonna
I
go?
had no choice,
I'll give
bro.
you whatever you want. Give
Come
me
on.
some truck.
trying to give y'all the truck.
So when we come rolling up, and you guys, I know he was all happy. First of all, we drove around a little bit, and we happened just to drive down through this little one area, and we seen the truck. So that's kind of what we were looking for. He had a different type of, camper shell on the back of his truck. I can't 100%. I'm kind of assuming and I'm guessing here. Did he have North Carolina tags, or was it?
Yeah, he had North Carolina tags.
So that would help, but I don't remember that. The only thing that I seen was he was coming out of Dunkin' Donut, and he was smiling from ear to ear, and he had a coffee.
Yeah.
And he got in, and we literally pulled in, went all the way around, y'all. And I asked my brother, I said, "What are we doing? What are we doing? Go, 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 go!" They're right there. They're right there. You don't want to pull off.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought you guys were going to end up getting away, but he moved slow, and we actually rolled up right in time. So when I come rolling up beside you, and I said, "Hey, time's up," what was the emotions that was going on right there?
I actually thought we were getting ready to be robbed. When I seen, you know how like when somebody's trying to sneak up on the back of somebody and you see their shadow coming?
Right.
That's all I seen. And I was like, these big dudes were coming. And I'm like, I turn and I'm looking at, I get ready to say, who are these men? And that's when one of y'all grabbed my arm. And when you said my name, I turned, I was like, how do you know me? I'm on, there's no way you know me.
Right.
And then I remember Addison saying, it's Rowe. And I was like, Rowe?
When he seen my brother, when he turned around, I wish the GoPro was on top of my head.
Yeah.
Because he, like, fell down in the seat. I thought he was going to have a heart attack. I really did. I was laughing so hard that I really couldn't say the words.
Yeah.
You know? It made me think, wait a minute, are we after her or are we after him?
Right. He definitely took it harder than I was. I was honestly relieved. I was trying to figure out how I could get back to North Carolina anyway. And you guys,
So it was kind of a little bit at peace in a sense. I mean,
yeah, even though I knew I was going to jail, I knew that I could start at that point getting my life back and getting my children
right,
back.
right.
So.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful for sure. We'll get right back into it right here.
Nah, if you're gonna follow us, but it's too much attention. We need to get ready to go. Come on.
I love you, but no, baby, please, call me.
Listen, in a couple hours, I'll let her. Do you have a number?
Okay, can I give it to you? Please, I'm sorry, man.
Give him a card, man. Give him your card.
I'm sorry. Okay, please, can I kiss you one more time, man?
Get my
I
card.
love you so much. Please don't go.
When you get down there, give me a call. Okay?
I will, man.
Okay.
I'm sorry, man. I just give my number real quick.
Yeah.
God damn, dude.
Listen, text me. Can you text me your number?
I will, yeah.
Oh, listen, 980. Okay, that's my cell phone number. That's my direct line.
My stepbrother, he's like, hey man, give me a
Just please, just don't talk to your family. You're gonna bring you right back down, please. I love you so much.
Look, they're not even gonna know she's there. Okay.
Please don't let them know, man. She'll let her daughter. It's not good, man. I love you so much. You're okay. I'm coming down. I'm coming back down. I promise you. Just give me some time here. I promise you. I'll get down here. I'll talk to you. I love you so much.
Listen. I'm gonna let you go up front right now. For now, okay? For a little bit. And
For now, I think you read up front all the way to.
she's gonna go up front for
Can
now.
I give her one more cigarette for the ride, please?
Don't take off running.
I'll promise not.
I'm joking. I'm trying to have shed some fun. You know, a little bit of laughter. I know, man.
Long people.
I'll say it to everybody once they're in, guys. Don't take off running.
The right thing was just go to court, bro.
I tried, man. You don't understand. You don't understand.
That's $12,000. We all have family, man. Every one of us have kids. We all had to leave our whole family.
They don't take. They
I get that, brother. I understand.
They don't take no care. They let her go downhill, man. You understand?
We're not taking her back to her family, though. That's the whole thing. Text me your number, and I'll let her call you, okay? I promise.
Can I have one more kiss, please?
He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Dagger part.
love you so
Dagger
much.
part like this. is
Right
everybody
now,
has
right
a
now,
good-
son.
Dude, right down. I'll be right down. Okay, next time I'm coming down. Right here, man.
Edit that out.
Sorry, man.
We need to get the road.
I
know. Too much attention.
I gotta put the address in,
I was in
huh?
your car.
To where?
I kind of had a
home.
Yeah.
Like, we got a car full of dope in here. It's too much.
But I know, because y'all kept, we gotta go. And I'm like, why do they keep, why are y'all so in a rush? But
Well, the reason being there is it was three of us, right? One of them we were training, Cody. We were training him at the time. When you're going out of state, I knew he was from there, right? I knew that he was from Connecticut, so I didn't want, because you never know, just because he's talking, if someone's going to text another person, and then here comes another car pulling up, and now we're having to fight these people, you know what I mean? I have been in a neighborhood one time where we were apprehending an individual, and the neighbors wanted to be nosy, and then they come walking over there. Now we're arguing with the neighbors and and all we're doing is trying to do our job. Right. So when I start, especially when we're in another state, if I start seeing people get out and phones and all that, because just because you show a video, they edit it and they don't see the whole video. They only leave the good parts or they leave the good parts of us being bad, but they don't show the whole video. You know what I mean? So that's one reason. I mean, to be honest, when we're in a house, I mean, once we have you, 5 minutes, we'll let you talk and we're out. We're gone, And the whole time I'm looking at everybody else in the house, making sure they're not, hey, they just got Lindsay, come get him. Right. You know what I mean? So I promise we didn't have drugs.
It's okay.
There he is. I got your drink. I got your drink.
It's okay. You keep it. You keep it, baby. It's okay. I'm okay. Okay.
We'll get her drinks.
I love you, baby.
Them damn chips.
This dude's crazy. Man.
Oh, yeah.
How did you find me? Nobody knows.
Oh,
Because everybody knows him, though.
we weren't looking for you. We were looking for him. Well, we got a tip the day you left.
Oh, hell. You're saying too much.
I can't say that. I can't say who we got a tip from. I'm just saying we got a tip the day you left, and I thought it was bullshit, so I waited until I got the forfeitures.
That is
When I
true.
got the forfeitures, I knew it was true.
And this is here
No,
me
it's
singing,
true.
being done.
Everything I do.
I should have cut that part out. I was actually trying, but
I think it's funny.
Lindsay, I promise you, you're going to be okay, all right? We're going to take care of you. We'll get you something to eat. You already ate? Okay, we'll get you something to eat here, and let us get on the road. We'll get you something to eat. If you need to use the bathroom, let me know. Don't let it go too far, and while I'm trying to scramble around look for a bathroom. But we're going to take care of you, okay?
I'm sorry.
I gotta say though, this is the longest one I've ever went after for myself.
it was at that time.
Yeah.
Arizona.
I heard y'all just, yeah.
How long have you been clean since you've been up here? Have you?
The road.
We've done been to his mom's house. We've done been everywhere.
Oh, God.
Has he even been to his mom's house since he's been here?
But not for his lack of trying. That's his adopted mom. And when we got into New York, he texted her, and she texted back on the phone and said that she would meet somewhere to see him, but she didn't want him coming by the house. I don't know what that. I'm sure he done something when he was younger. But they sent him away when he was 9 to these boys' homes.
Fucking mother.
Yeah, he was in a boys' home from the time he was 9 to the time he was 18. See, his biological mom had a kid, and then had him, gave him up for adoption, and then had another kid, and kept that one. So she kept the first and the third.
Yeah, we didn't reach out to him either. It was just trying to connect all the pieces.
We went by all the addresses we knew. I mean, in East Hampton. I know on your Facebook page you changed your address to East Hampton.
Yeah, we'll look that up here. Which we're doing the log splitting in East Hampton. That's how we've been making money. See, I was thinking since I didn't know you but a couple $100, like it's like $200, right? That's what I thought. That's the only thing I thought I owed.
Well, yeah, but you missed court. You still have to go to court.
But I
See,
had
my
already
job
been
is
to
to make
court
sure you
both
get like
times.
Right.
One time anyway, but it
not,
got
I'll find
continued.
Right.
And that's
I don't
why I was
find-
thinking that I really, when y'all came, I was really surprised because I truly didn't think that that there was anything left for y'all to come hunt me down for.
Right.
Because I had been to court, but then I guess because it was continued, that's what made.
Yeah, we're on it until the end. So say perhaps when we bond you out, some folks, I'm not saying you, they just assume that, all right, well, I paid my bond, I'm good. Well, you still got to go to court. And then even the cosigner sometimes thinks, well, they went to court, I'm good. Well, if they continue it, we're on it till the end.
Oh,
Or until we put you back in jail.
right.
That's how that works, because we made a promise to the court when we sign that bond and you sign that little release order sheet.
Right.
That's pretty much our commitment to the court, letting them know, hey, we're going to get Lindsay out. If she don't show up for court, we're going to find her. And if we don't find her, then we're going to pay the bond. So that's why we came all the way to Connecticut.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. I mean, it's a risk you take. That's honestly the reason why I don't gamble, is because we gamble every single day.
Seriously, you don't know.
So I mean, yeah, I guess that would be easy to think that, just because if you ain't been in trouble but this time, you know what I mean? You don't know how the court system works. But I do try to let the youth know, the younger ones to know, hey, once you get started in there, I mean, it's like a target on your back.
Right now, it's $12,500.
So that's what a lot of people think. They think once they pay the bond, it's over. It's not. It's you pay the fee.
The payment is what you pay me to make sure you get back to court. You pay me to make sure you get back to court.
See, that's the part I didn't
I'm
realize.
just doing my job.
Yep.
I didn't.
If I would have called you and told you where I was, maybe you could have helped me get down there.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
See, I should have called y'all.
We take people to court all the time.
I mean, we have multiple times. I'm talking about we. You ain't never took nobody to court.
I took two people today.
I'm talking about William.
I took that black girl to court.
Oh, okay.
Shit, I went the wrong fucking way.
Wow. We ain't cussing. I thought we was starting over.
Thank you. You're so stupid.
I turned to.
Yeah, you're going to Walmart. Start calling us Death Row.
So I guess now my charges are going to be worse than.
Well, now what you have is a C bond, so the charges ain't gonna get any worse. You're just gonna have a higher bond. Basically, you ain't gonna be able to get out until your case is resolved. So
what he means by that is so how the court is, which is it contradicts itself because they say that bondsmen make too much money or we're taken from the poor. But in fact, we're really not. I mean, and I'm not knocking a lawyer when I say this. A lawyer can charge you whatever they want for your case. A bondsman, they can only charge you 15%, up to 15%. Most of the time with your case, when you get to a certain bond amount, then we do 10%. And most of the time we do payment plans on top of that.
Right.
So when I say we gamble, we take that chance of sometimes we don't know the individual we're getting out. Sometimes we don't even finish getting paid all of our money before you miss court anyway. So what money we could have made, we didn't make.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of what, with how I don't understand with the justice system sometimes of how it's ran and how it is. We actually, just a couple days ago, I had a magistrate, which that episode will be coming on shortly after, after we put yours up. And he's breaking down how it actually works, the justice system on setting a bond. Some people think it's based off feelings because when you go in there and you start cussing that magistrate out and he just throws a number off the top of his head, that ain't really a scale, And sometimes we don't really know how a bond is set, and it is based off feelings, And also with when you miss court, if you would have went and turned yourself in, your bond would have stayed the same. It wouldn't have went up most of the time. They've been doing that here lately. Okay. But when he referred to a C bond, that means that you've missed 3 times on that case. And they think that you're a flight risk because, you have a bond, you get bonded out, you miss court. You have a bond, you get bonded out, you miss court. Now you have a bond again. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So if a bondsman a bondsman can come get you out, but they're going to automatically pay your bond. If you miss again, they're going to automatically pay it. And that's not something that we want. It's just something that they have as far as the court system. And just their rules, we got to abide by them. Right. I don't see you doing years. You know what I mean?
I don't think you're going to do any time.
And this is just me assuming,
my lawyer told me, he's like, it would be crazy for you to sit in jail because you're not even going to get any time for this. But see, there's two separate charges here.
Yeah, there is.
I don't think that you're on both of them.
Yeah, I am. Because your mama bonded you out on a $7,500, right? There was a $5,000 and a $2,500. Well, you missed on the $5,000, and that's when they picked you up, and I bonded you out on the $10,000. Your bond doubled. So your bond went to a $10,000. That's where Addison's co-signed for you. Yeah. So now that made me on $12,500. Well, I got 2 forfeitures in the mail when I was only expecting 1.
What did you get in the mail?
I got in the mail 2 forfeitures. It's basically telling me you missed court and I got to find you by a certain amount of time. So that's that little yellow piece of paper.
You ever seen Willy Wonka?
The golden ticket.
We got that golden ticket. When we get that golden ticket, we don't get to go to the chocolate shop. We got to find you.
See, it's right here. Yeah, you go to the chocolate shop.
This one's $10,000. I got another one that's $2,500.
But will I get a charge for this? Like,
I felt all day.
You'll get a facial appeal charge, but it doesn't.
Need a chiropractor.
It doesn't make it any worse.
Don't
worry about that. It's not being any worse.
I think I snorted a couple times and woke myself up because I
You'll
couldn't breathe.
After your court date, because it's going to be a C bond, and That means you've already missed
I'm
twice.
so glad that day is behind me.
And it's $25,000 preset bond. So, I mean,
I'd say
if
80%
I was you, I
of
would
individuals when
I
they
mean, you're
finally
already
get
trying to
caught,
get clean. It just adds
Hey.
to it, you know.
it's like a
Just
relief.
Stay in there
you
and
know.
take one day at a time. Don't think about tomorrow. Just think about today.
Bullshit. Think about tomorrow. Don't think about the day. Today's the worst. That's a wrong analogy on that.
Y'all are something.
Oh.
Don't think about tomorrow. Think about today. Get through the day. Tomorrow, you get through the morning.
Living one day at a time, one moment at a time. Accepting hardship as a pathway to peace.
Have you talked to my mom, maybe?
She knew you was, well, first she told me that you was in New York. Because she thought that I was going to come up here and turn you in up here. And she wanted no part of that. She said she don't want no part of her going to jail in a different state. I said, no,
We don't like doing that. We don't like turning you over, because if you have your charges, if it's a felony, most charges that are felony are extraditable, meaning that, and see, some lawyers even say, hey, your charge is a misdemeanor, take off running because it's not extraditable, meaning that if you go to that state and you get pulled over, they may or may not lock you up. But if you got a felony charge and it is extraditable, they're obligated to lock you up, and then North Carolina will come get you, right? See, when that happens, and this ain't all the time, but they can actually give another bond. You know how you was asking, will I have another charge for this? So if you would have been caught in a state, they could have put extradition bond, meaning like a fugitive out of state. So you would have had that bond and plus the 2 bonds that we had on you. That's not all the time, but sometimes they do that. And when that happens, nobody will really touch you as well as far as doing the bond, because you're already out of another state, running from charges, and now you're locked up here. Does that make sense? So that's what your mom didn't want neither. I'm sure she probably did a little bit of research, or she talked to someone and was like, that's not what you want. And that's, honestly, if we find you, we don't want to give the glory to the officers.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because every single day we're being tested by individuals. It's like a new bill that comes out. If you don't read that bill, it's attacking bondsmen. They're saying we don't do our job. We just collect money, and the law picks you up. So that's the reason why I actually take a picture of every person that I pick up. Some people think that, he's just cocky and arrogant and we're kind of treating you like an animal. You know what I mean? But that's not the case.
No,
I do post it, because if I'm going to go all the way to Arizona, I'm going to go all the way to Connecticut, then my thing is I'm going to show you what I did, my job. You know what I mean? And then no one can come back and say, well, you didn't do your job.
Right.
Absolutely we did.
And y'all.
And we tried, like some bondsmen are, and I can't speak for all, but I do know some bondsmen are mob tactic and gangsters, and, they're going to say things to you and make you feel like crap. To me, once we found you, it's done. There's no hard feelings.
Right.
I mean, even the young lady we went all the way to Arizona to get, and she tried to pull some things on us because she didn't think we're slick. I've been doing this for 14 years. And my mentor before me, that taught me this thing, he would tell me these little bitty things, what to do and what not to do. One thing we do that some bondsmen don't is, when we come into that state, we'll actually notify the law enforcement to let them know we're there, because I don't want to be at Dunkin' Donut and the next thing an officer pulls up and he draws down on us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I didn't tell her I knew that.
So pretty much the game plan was, you want to hear it? So we got a call last week. He called me up and said, we're going to make plans. So I called Cody here, because Cody's over here on the job training.
As you can tell, he's eating chips.
He's green, really green, but he's in the military, so
Love you,
it's
Cody.
all good. My brother here, he's been doing it, 5-6 years? 7. Something like that. Bail bond business, been doing it for about 14. So he said, we're going to go up to Connecticut. We might can find her, we don't know. So we put y'all's name in a couple databases and got a couple little hits, went around all the addresses that he's ever lived at to see if we can get something. And when all else fails, sometimes you get lucky. Especially when you pray for a little bit of guidance and wisdom and knowledge.
He but it's helped me a lot.
All he did was, I seen the pitiful look on my brother's face. I don't like seeing him looking like that. And when he looked at me, he was like, help me. You know, I just felt mom. You know, I felt my mom. Like, what would my mom do?
Tell me to suck it up.
They're full of shit, dude.
So I just felt, you know, Bradley, you know, do the right thing.
Hey, Will. Hey, make sure we don't get any floods on us. Shit's getting deep.
We were 10 hours at it. No, we ain't getting this shit. Nobody knew nothing. Yeah, we
He was
didn't
wanting to
talk
leave.
to nobody. Couldn't get it back on the damn door.
He was like, we're going to leave tomorrow. I'm like, no, we're not.
Mama wouldn't come to the door. Neighbors. Doors was always over there. They didn't know. I'm like, shit.
Just got to keep digging.
That's all you can
But
do.
this is going to turn out good for you, dude. You want to go have to go to jail. You'll get out. You'll be
I'm glad y'all didn't give up. I'm glad y'all stayed.
I don't know if I really started out, this is going to turn out good for you. It's definitely better than looking behind you and having to worry about all that. Just from what I've been seeing, I do think that you kind of needed your space away from him too.
Yes.
I think you kind of just need you. You know what I mean? I think that to get through something, you need to see that dark place and you figure it out and you put the pieces of the puzzle together and now you don't got to look behind you. You know what I mean? You know what you want, and it's only your life. So take control of it. I know that's easier said than done, but I mean, you can be the ear to someone else and get them through it. You know what I mean?
That's why we're here.
Fentanyl and all that stuff is a crazy drug.
Ultimate.
But I've seen people get through it. And your testimony is really everything, you know what I mean? And it makes you who you are, and not everybody's past the same.
Just, when I got clean, when I was 18, when I left home, I had my kids to do it for. And
You can still do it.
Yeah. It's still possible.
Look,
they want you back.
At that time, my children was not speaking.
I mean, they're gonna be mad. I mean, it's okay for them to be mad.
And I didn't want to. I thought, well, why should I even care to be off drugs or anything if they're not gonna be in my life? But I had to get clean and be back home away from Addison long enough for them to realize, okay, maybe now I can start having something to do with my mom
Right.
again. And
Relationship with them.
slowly but surely it's happening. And my daughter, she actually got married the other
Wow.
day, and I had mended enough with her to
That's awesome.
be able to be a part of that with her, and that meant everything in the world to me.
It's beautiful, that memory right there. You know what I mean? It's you were a part of it. And just imagine if you was still in Connecticut and you wasn't able to, because I'm sure just as much as that meant to you, that also meant to her. Because I'm not saying everyone, but most of the time when you're on a fentanyl or if you're on heroin and or meth, it's just a roller coaster ride. 1 minute you're wide open and you can't sit down and that jaw's moving, and the next minute you're over sleeping.
Yeah.
And I will say that I had family members, or I have family members that it's hard that when you get to a get together and they're drooling and you're talking to them, it's hard for me to see. You know what I mean? Even my own mom has gotten on to me and was like, why don't you come to this gathering, or why don't you come to that gathering? And it's like it's not that I'm better than anyone. It's just hard to see that.
Right.
And that's something that I've actually changed, because it is hard to see. But instead of downing them, maybe just talk to them, talk some life into them, because everybody else is downing them too. And
Well, I know, y'all's your words that night in that car, it really helped me. I mean,
some people say, well, I'm on dope, I'm too far gone. No one's ever too far gone that God can't help you. I know that. When I lost Pops, I talk about it all the time. That man right there, he's even on my shirt. If it wouldn't be for him, I wouldn't sit right here in front of you. I was a young punk just looking for a way out, and he helped me. He helped me get out, but he set me down and he told me, look, kid, you have all the potential in the world. You're too strung up on your past and how you were brought up. Only you can change that now. You can keep living that way, or you can change it. But the ball's in your court, and I mean, and that goes for you too. I'm glad that your daughter got married. I'm glad you was a part of it. That's a beautiful thing.
You on Lock 360. She says the only way she can talk to you. She says like your phone's dead or you need to be charged.
I've tried to reach out to her on Messenger.
I'm not sure who, but they thought that he wouldn't allow you to do it. Like he was giving you times when you can use the phone and when you couldn't use the phone. They were actually worried about that.
I do have to let your daughter know about you. I told her I work with your family know. I did tell her that I found you.
Yeah, he promised her if we found you, we would definitely tell her.
Don't worry.
Why would I go on? I even asked my daughter for a bus ticket like a week ago.
We would have got you that bus ticket.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it. I wished I would have. Why didn't I think
I've done that. I mean,
You could have always reached out to me.
I wish I would have thought about it. Oh my God, I wish I would have.
I was sure got you.
And again, this is why we're doing this, because some people have to see it to actually believe it. They think when I say reach out to us, they think, he's going to put me in jail and forget about me.
I didn't know what to do, so I walked into Walmart and used the phone to call the man that we've been splitting up the wood for. And he came and he picked me, and his wife picked me up, and they were gonna put me on a bus to the bus that home, or the Greyhound that night, but we couldn't make it in time. The last one out was like at 9:15. You have to have a license, and I need to let it for me. So I was like, okay, I'll just go back tonight, be alright, and go tomorrow. And then go back. It's always that's exactly what to say.
So you've been wanting to leave it?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a blessing for you, right? I mean, to get away from here, I know you're going to jail.
It's like,
it sucks, man.
It does stink.
If he comes flying up beside of us right there, like, baby, I love you, but I tell you right now, I'd lose my shit. I would lose it.
he's very dramatic.
Oh my, extremely.
And he's mad. Oh God. He gets mad.
I thought he was about to have a panic attack.
Seriously.
Especially when he turned around to see my brother's bald ass head. He lost it.
You see, like I even tried to jump out of the damn truck that night. So bad. Moving truck, I tried to jump out of it.
We've had some that, the haul the way down the road, they're lying to us. They're thinking of every little bitty thing that they can. That's what I tell my brother. Says they sit back there. Once we called them, they're thinking, what can I do? What can I say?
Say nothing. Just
I mean,
going to jail.
The destination is the jail. You know what I mean? It's so since then, Lindsay, how you been? I mean,
it has been very emotional and very just still thanking God that I'm not in Connecticut, and because I just could not figure out how to get back home. I tried every other way to get home, and you guys showed up when I least expected it. And when I got out of jail, I remember thinking, oh, thank God, I'm out of jail. I'm at home. I'm without Addison. I got to get to my kids. I got to get home. I got to get, my life back to going, and, not worrying about drugs or Addison or anything like that.
Just worry about you and your family,
Right.
I had a buddy that came on. He's been clean for 4 years. He's another episode that will be coming up. And he made sense of what he said. He goes, most people say, get clean for your kids. He's like, if you want to do it right, you're going to have to get clean for yourself.
That's right.
And then the rest, will fall in. So I'm so glad that that life is coming back to normal, I guess you would say.
Yes.
Just know that the drug that you have decided to take, that's not something you just beat and it just leaves your mind. You know, it's every single day that you got to remind yourself, hey, I know what I was like when I was there. I'm not going back to that.
That's right.
Because the enemy, and if everything's just going right and everything's just smoothly, the devil has you where he wants you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are running into this blocked road or you're walking down this path and then something's going on, then you know that the devil's trying to get you back.
Yeah, that's right.
So anytime you're doing something good and bad things start happening, you got to remember that.
That's like getting together with you to do this. I felt like every time either the phone was on silent and I told Mama, I said, the devil is really working. He does not want me to get up there and do this because I'm telling you, it's like everything was just, I couldn't get up with you.
Well, and the main thing too, what I wanted, of course, I wanted to use the footage of us catching, of finding you because it was so far away.
Yeah.
But at the same time, having you on here and not just hearing one side of the story means more to me. I don't care what it means to anyone else. It ain't like I'm shaming you. You know what I mean? Right. Because at the end of the day, yeah, it happened to you. But I feel in my heart that you didn't want to run on us. No. You know what I mean? You didn't want to have to do that. It's just the past.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we're part of the past.
I'm just grateful that you guys are who you are because y'all could have been, totally assholes and having to been mad about having to come all the way to Connecticut. Y'all could have been just like buttholes to me, but you wasn't. Y'all were amazing and fed me, watered me, and everything. And I'm grateful that I had y'all as bail bondsmen, I guess.
No, I do have one question before we go.
What's that?
When you got in there was a female in there asking for bondsmen. And it slipped my mind just now of what her name is. But you told her to give us a call. And
was she African American?
She was?
Yeah, I can't remember her name either.
But she's the one we had to go and pick up in Arizona.
You're kidding me.
No,
You are kidding me.
And I recorded and I even asked her, I said, let me ask you a question. And I got to know this. Terrible bond my brother signed, by the way. Yeah, that would be on one of the worst bonds. We all got a bad bond, but I didn't get all the money. The bondsman before that had to slam her in a parking lot because when she found out he wasn't going to take her to all the Western Unions that she wanted to, she took off running out the door.
No way.
They didn't tell my brother this until he was in the middle of the bond. The smartest thing he did was put handcuffs on her when she come walking out. So when we caught up to her all the way in Arizona with a boyfriend, I asked her, I said, so let me ask you a question. How did you find out about us? I already knew.
Oh.
And she says, well, there was a lady, there was a girl that you guys picked up, and she said, hey, just give them a call. They were nice people, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, let me ask you. We caught her way up here. And we caught you way over here. Did she say, hey, they called me up here, run that way? But I will say that her mother was from Arizona. Yeah. And we didn't know all this until, when they take off running, we got to get to know them. Not only them, their family, who they are, their past. We got to dig. And I just thought that was funny, and that's another reason why I was like, I gotta ask her when she comes on here. Did she refer us to her?
I did. I can't remember her name for nothing.
Hey, but I will say thank you because now we got another story to tell, and that's something that she definitely don't. I mean, I will say I don't want to give too much, but as for 15 hours she didn't use the restroom. And then I even asked her, I said, yo, we've literally been driving for 15 hours. Why haven't you used the restroom? She finally uses the restroom. She comes back out, and she's like, oh, yeah, I'm pregnant. Yeah, and that's what we did. What?
Oh.
The boyfriend, they didn't tell us the boyfriend's dad didn't tell us when we were there. That's the first thing that we should have known, you know. And why have you not used the bathroom in 15 hours if you're pregnant?
Right.
Well, little does she know, my wife was with us, right? Because that's one thing we started new is now that we got, you know, female bondsmen, we're gonna have one of them to go with us when it comes to apprehending another female.
Right.
And thank God, because she went into the bathroom and if she wasn't with us, I believe that she would have used that and would have never came out. I mean, that's just me assuming.
Oh.
But I knew what she was hitting around about,
Yeah.
you know. But she didn't realize that all we got to do is give her a pregnancy test. And when she takes the pregnancy test, it's going to tell us everything.
Wow.
But she stayed with that until the very end. So when we finally got her to the jail, I did exactly what I told her. I tell the magistrate, I tell law enforcement officers, and I said, I just want you to know they're going to give you a pregnancy test. And when she flipped out, I already knew that she was lying. She's like, pregnancy test? F that. I got a baby. I'm going to lose my baby. And I'm like, that's just the protocol. Now, if you're pregnant and this is the case, they're going to call EMS and they'll take you to the hospital. You know, I mean, that's, again, as you sit back there and you have nothing but time, all you do is think. And while we're going down the road, she actually pulled up my podcast on her phone. Yeah, that's what I knew. I wanted to ask, did you Google 10 ways to get away from a bondsman? But yeah, I just had to ask you that, Lindsay. Thank you so much for coming on. It means a lot. You're the first one. And sometimes we just got to have someone to start it.
Yeah. Well,
it ain't so bad. I mean, at the end of the day, there's no hard feelings.
Good.
You're getting this stuff behind you, and that's what we want. You know, the main purpose of our job is to help someone out and get them back on their feet when they're across the street and when they're in jail. It's just our job also to locate you, because if not, we lose.
Yeah.
And it's a misunderstanding there with people when they get out, is they think, well, I paid my bond. What's the deal?
Right.
And again, I don't believe you knew all the protocol and everything. So now you got a little bit of knowledge on it.
Yes,
and,
most definitely.
And everyone else that's seen your picture on the social media when we caught you, they have a little knowledge about you too, that just because you go through something don't mean you're a bad person.
That's right.
You know, if you don't mind, I'm going to say a little prayer.
Sure.
Okay. Dear little Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for letting this happen. Like she said, it's for the past 3 days, I've been worried, like, hey, does she not want to do it or what it is? But sometimes when something great and something awesome is going to occur, the enemy tries to slow it down. And even though he slowed it down, we still got it done. Lord Father, I hope this reaches the next person that's going through something, or maybe even been running on their bondsman, that they'll reach out and say, hey, you know, I want to make things right. Because at the end of the day, you know, we don't want anything bad on you. We don't want to see you go through the trouble that you're going through. We're just a resource to when you need us. Dear God, I thank you for allowing me to have this job. It's such a blessing to be able to help individuals out, and also really with a misunderstanding, being able to do this so we both understand. Thank you, God. I love you. Please continue to keep Lindsay on the right path. I hope she knows that she can call you any day. There's no charge. It's free of charge. It's the only thing in life that's actually free is you, God. So I pray that she knows that. And when times get hard, God, that she can lean on you. I love you, Lord Father. In your name we pray. Amen. Lindsay, thank you. Hey, guys, again, tune in, subscribe, like, share. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. If we've ever apprehended you, had to hunt you down, we ever bonded you out, period. We might even had to, define you. We want you to come on here and give your testimony to the next person. There's a lot of people that think that there's no resources. And with more people like this, we can find the resources to get you out of it. And please, please don't look down on anyone that's on here, because we all wonder. We all have a wandering mind. We all go through something. It's all on how you handle it and how you take it. So thank everyone for tuning in to Bell Culture. I appreciate it. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you again. I greatly appreciate you.
Glad to be here.
Peace.